Zoom Survivor Season 7 All Stars. We have 18 people here scattered across the seasons from Season 1 up until Season 6. Here's a little view of them all. Wow. And the best thing is, looking back, one of y'all will win. One of y'all has already won, some may say. Look at you, so naive. You have no idea what's in store for you, but it's going to be a long and hard fought journey, as is every season. But I do want to acknowledge this is a vulnerable place to be, and I really want to thank you all so much for taking this risk, because it is a personal risk in any social game. So I just want to acknowledge that you're all very strong and beautiful people. And we're all feeling great, but who knows, in 3 sessions, y'all may hate each other so much. So I'm sure you're all dying to know your tribes, but before I split you all into tribes, I want to stir up some pregame drama. We're going to get to our very first vote of the game. I want you to vote one person. This person is who you perceive to be the biggest threat going into the game. Who, if they had their way, would win this game just boom, just like that. And send me that name.
We don't know what this vote does. It's not a vote out.
I'm just curious.
No, you're fucking not.
I don't know. What's the tea? What's the tea? We all come from different seasons, different experiences, some of us more than one. But who's Madame Danger? Is that a thing?
Oh.
So we have our results. You all voted for who you think the biggest threat is going into the game. I have the number 1 answer. But I'm not necessarily so interested in the number 1 answer, more so the top 3 answers. So here we are. Coming in at number 1 is Killian.
Am I surprised that most people voted me as a threat? No, that'd be dumb to be surprised. I am a threat. They should be threatened. Everyone should be threatened.
You're not surprised. Number 2. Number 2 is Finley.
I was actually surprised I was voted most likely to win. I don't know if first winner just sounds scary or exciting, but I'm kind of stressed.
And then coming in at number 3 is Matthew/Motorcycle Dave. You 3 have been picked. You're seen as people who are knowledgeable enough to get through this game. Zoom has organized you in a column, at least on my screen, which is pretty interesting. You 3 are going to be captains for the 3 tribes that we'll be putting you into. This is how this is going to work. We'll start with Finley. Finley, you will pick somebody to join your tribe, then Killian, then Matthew. Then we'll start over, but instead of Finley picking, it'll be whoever Finley picked will then get to choose the next person, etc., etc.
What?
Finley.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I want Biba.
All right.
First pick. I was stressed about how we were going to be put in teams, but I ended up liking that we could pull allies. So I definitely think my biggest ally is Killian, but since I got picked first and he was a team captain, I couldn't pick him, which was quite sad. But I also think it's good for us to keep our alliance more DL because people see Killian as a big threat. I mean, our alliance worked well our season. We both were top 2, so.
All right, Killian.
I want Storm.
All right, Storm, you're joining tribe number 2. Matthew, who would you like to join your tribe?
I'll take Jaden, please.
All righty. Biba, who would you like to join the tribe?
Kenter.
And for tribe number 2, Storm, who would you like to choose?
Let me go with I have to readily acknowledge I wasn't anticipating any picking in the teams. I did panic. Springthorpe. Well, let's pick a wild card.
Okay.
Am I surprised by Storm deciding to not pick people we're allies with? Yeah, I would say 100%.
I am very perplexed at Storm's choice for the tribes. Storm, Killian, and I are supposedly in an alliance. We would have had a 3-person alliance in a 6-person group, which in my mind would have been the strategic choice.
Jaden, who would you like to choose?
I will choose Parker. Honestly, pretty happy with how things turned out. I have probably the person I'm closest to in the game, Matthew. Also feeling pretty tight with Parker. I really like the tribe so far. Everybody's a hoot. Yeah, everybody's seeming, normal, which is good. No one's annoying, which is good.
Kenter, who you picking?
Tim.
3 of the 4 winners in this game are on my tribe, but I think that's a really easy target to point to if you ever need to find a target.
Michael?
I will go with Yael.
Parker, who would you like to choose?
Sam. Excited to start playing and really ready to redeem myself from my last season. A lot of people might have the impression that I only made it as far as I did because I happened to ally myself with some heavy hitters. But I'm here to play and I'm here to show that I'm a heavy hitter myself and people shouldn't underestimate me.
Tim, who would you like to pick?
Mayhem.
Should I change me?
Oh, okay, sure. Mary, sorry. I was just caught off guard.
Is it Gauche to vote out your team captain? I'm worried about Finley. I think she's a threat. The goal is to not get voted out first. So I'm not going to talk about roofs at all. The strat is to befriend everyone so that they feel guilty if they have to vote me off.
Number 2, Yael, who would you like to choose?
Oh, I will take Billy Lee.
This is probably the best team I could have gotten. Yale, who did a good job at pretending not to know how to pronounce the very easy Billy Lee.
Sam, who would you like to pick?
Ram.
How many people are left? 3?
Yeah, this is sad.
We got Robbie, Jessica, and Lena. Okay. Jessica, how does it feel in an all-stars season to be one of the 3 last picked for a team?
Well, Ethan, as the only trans woman here, I'm sorry. I'm hoping that some of my Judies have a strategy going on.
Robbie, what do you think the perception of you is going into this game? Do you know hardly anybody?
Barely anyone, no. And I think my season was the most recent, so I don't even know if anyone had a chance to watch it. I think there's a lack of perception.
And Lena, a big storyline in your season was you being against the world and conquering the world. Is this again setting up that same story happening again?
Our season came out, that ended a few weeks ago. And I think that a lot of people here were on the same season or we're on some of the earlier things. So I think I'm not surprised that nobody knows who I am or doesn't want me to play with them because maybe they played with their friends before, etc.
As we know with Survivor, every advantage can be a disadvantage and every disadvantage can be an advantage. Lena, I have a question for you. Would you like to join Finley's team, Killian's team, or Matthew's team?
Okay, Hey Siri, pick a number 1 to 3. And I honestly just didn't know who to pick, and I felt that making a decision might have done more harm than good, so that's why I put it up to chance with Siri. 2.
All right, I said Killian's name second, so let's have you join Killian's team. All right, Jessica, would you like to join Finley or Matthew's team?
Finley's team, I think.
Which means Robbie, you will be joining Matthew's tribe.
Robbie and I were planning on working together, and I didn't choose him when I could have, and I really hope he doesn't get screwed on his other tribe since he doesn't know a lot of people.
I was the last person standing in a schoolyard draft, and I was placed on a tribe with people who have all played together and seem to be getting along just lovely. So to say I feel a little screwed would be an understatement. However, he found an idol, motherfuckers. So I don't know when to play it. I'm just hoping we win. And I'm actually kind of shocked and a little confused why Kenter nor Tim didn't pick me. We chatted a lot coming into this season, and we also know each other from previous Survivor games. And both Kenter and Tim told me that we were going to be transparent, truthful, an alliance even. So that kind of just shows me where their priorities lie. They kind of clearly have something together, and that is, I'm glad I know that now rather than getting screwed over with that relationship later down the road.
Last time I played this game, it was pretty loyal. because I didn't like have to betray anyone, but this time I'm ready to just like.
You're to announce the very first challenge of the evening.
Work, bitch.
I want you as a team to think of a problem that you could foresee happening if you were on Real Life Survivor. This could be a problem that gets in your way of winning the game, or a problem that you could foresee happening in the day-to-day, literally surviving aspect of the game. Please type up a little script to pitch this invention Shark Tank style and send it to me, and then I'm going to read the pitch to my friend. And then they are going to pick their two favorites of the three, and those two teams will be safe from tribal council.
Oh, okay.
Feel free to be as ridiculous as you like in the invention. Don't worry about physics or budget.
And honestly, and then maybe also part of the thing is that they're only getting foods that give diarrhea. Like we're giving them coffee. Like everyone has to poop incessantly.
Pressure starts to rise. You're mid-challenge. You don't know where to turn. All you can think about is that unresolved childhood trauma.
What if the problem that we're trying to solve is you don't know who to trust on Survivor, and the service that we provide is your mom and dad, because you can like trust them always, and they'll be able to tell you, which is the and stuff.
Yeah, that's such a good idea.
Love that.
To climb up to the top of a mountain, and that's where the bidet is also.
Oh,
Bidet
that's
Mountain.
cool.
Simply
That's
put,
cool.
Bidet Mountain.
Bidet Mountain.
Bidet
Oh
Mountain.
my god, I love that. I love that. I love that. Okay, awesome.
Okay.
And
Can we have somebody like
We need to write. Let's start writing
Right.
sentences.
a super
Mary's
eloquent
writing.
I'm
and,
writing.
well typed? Okay, perfect.
Don't you wish you could just
Jeff, I gotta go to
Pause.
therapy right now. I can't.
Oh, we should probably organize it then, because this is a hot mess.
it materializes when you like are closest to poop your pants.
Should we mention something about what the older cousin will do for us?
I think they're gonna make you look really cool in front of everyone else.
Oh, yeah, increase your popularity. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, Grant. Thank you very much for coming season after season as our first episode guest judge. You have great power, and with that great power comes great responsibility. We hope you can put that power to good use tonight. You're used to this first challenge. We're doing the Shark Tank challenge. We have 3 tribes, so you're going to be picking your 2 favorite inventions. This season, the invention in question is supposed to solve a problem that they could foresee happening if they were cast on Real Survivor. This could be a problem that gets in their way of winning, or a problem that they see in their day-to-day life surviving on an island.
Okay.
I'm going to read you their pitches. Do you have any questions first?
No, feels clear. Okay.
All right. Pitch number 1. We've all been there. I'm on an island playing Survivor, and I don't know who to trust. These people say they're my friends, but I just don't know. Whatever is a person to do? Introducing your mom. She's someone you can always trust, and with your mom, the immunity idol will never be far from reach. Moms always know where to find your stuff when it goes missing. Is your buff getting stinky? Don't worry, your mom can wash it for you at the water well. But wait, there's more. Your dad. Think you might get blindsided tonight? Your dad can give your team a stern talking to. Gosh darn it. They know who's a bad influence. And if that doesn't work, my mom can talk to your mom. Order now and get your cool older cousin you've always admired and who snuck you your first beer. The cool older cousin will make you seem cool by association and will even bring you a pre-roll. Your mother knows best.
Okay.
That's the first one.
A solid pitch. A solid pitch.
Okay. Here's number 2. Problem. It's late at night. You just had rice and beans. You have IBS and you're a bottom. You shit your pants. No one's going to want to have an alliance with a crusty bottom. What do? Solution. Bidet Mountain. It senses the one person who needs it most each night. After visiting Bidet Mountain, your chances of winning increases tenfold, for you will not have a crusty bottom.
I do hate a crusty bottom.
That's number 2.
Okay.
All right, number 3, and our final pitch. Here's how to win Survivor. Island therapy. Everyone knows that the way you actually win Survivor isn't by winning the most challenges or by catching the most fish, Ozzy. It's by being the most mentally there by the end of the season. Picture this. You're feeling stressed. It's that one day in between challenges that they never show any footage of, and your teammate is driving you mad. Maybe you're in the middle of a challenge and the letters you have to arrange just aren't making sense. Take a pause. Walk into the woods. Lay down on the luxurious couch made of bamboo and coconut husks and talk to Dr. Brenda Johnson. Talk out your feelings. Discuss the family trauma that the producers will make into your storyline, or lament your survivor's guilt from voting off your faux ally last tribal. We guarantee that you will walk away feeling calm, assured, and ready to win the next slide puzzle, swimming race, or gross food challenge. No one will hate you because you're well adjusted, and no one will vote for you until the end. And since it's not in the US, we take all insurance providers. Island Therapy will temporarily state all your survivor anxiety until Jeff reads out your name in the finale.
Wow.
And that's the third idea. So we got your parents, we've got the bidet, the mountain bidet, and we've got Island Therapy. What do you think?
Well, these are all excellent. I could see a use, certainly. No one wants to be a crusty bottom. You always, family is on your side, and that's huge. And of course, I think we can all just advocate for therapy more, right? I do think I'm going to have to go with your mom and Island Therapy, only because your mom included wiping butt, and if you have that, then you wouldn't really need a bidet. But all in all, I think these are excellent. I'm sorry to Island Bidet, but that's how it goes. That's a survivor trial.
Thank you very much for that very difficult decision, Grant. That means Team Slags, you will be going to the very first tribal council of this season. That also means that Team Chartreuse, and also Team Rebecca are safe for the very first session of this season. Everybody except for Team Slags, you are dismissed. You may leave the Zoom call. Have a great night, and congratulations on surviving the first session. And thank you very much, Grant. You may leave as well. Appreciate you as always. Let's start coming back for our very first tribal council of this whole season. After a lot of anticipation and build up, the journey will come to an end for one of you tonight. Finley, you won the very first season I ever ran of this game, and it was sort of like a post-merge, kind of like we're still figuring it out. How does your experience differ from that season to this season?
I feel like it grew so much and got so much more intense. This feels like a lot more like higher stakes, and it feels like as the seasons have gone on, people's feelings get like more hurt, and it's getting taken like more and more seriously. So it's a little more like stressful, I think.
Yeah. And Jessica, talking about just like the way that this game actually just turns into something serious, you made it as far as you could go in this game when you played. What would be the feeling if you were voted out first this game?
If you're gonna get voted out, I feel like first is the best, because anything after that is, you already sunk that $35 and sunk the time,
Kenter, what's the vibe with past winners in this game? Do you think people have beef with you just because you're a past winner?
That's a good question. I guess if people are talking about targeting past winners, that I wouldn't have heard about it. But at the same time, like if person who is a winner is someone who like you do think you can trust, like doesn't make sense to just target winners from the get-go if they can be beneficial for your game. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So yeah.
Biba, would it be fair to say that the winners are together, that Finley, Kenter, and Biba are in cahoots, as one could say?
I mean, I think we're in cahoots as much as like I think like people got picked, so like Finley picked me, so I think people would know that we at least have talked, and I picked Fender, so.
Mary,
Mhm.
what do you think it is? Why do you think Tim picked you for this team?
I'm actually not sure. I don't know, Tim. It's lovely to meet you. Um, yeah, I don't know. We like didn't talk before this. I think I pulled focus, which I want to do.
Okay. And Tim, Mary says that she didn't talk to you before this. Was there much pre-game chatter going on at all?
In my experience, there was like, at least I got a few messages like, hey, glad to see you're playing again. But nothing really substantial because we didn't really know what the tribes were or anything like that. So as far as I know, there's just been like, hey, how are you? Good to see you. But nothing, nothing binding.
All right. I have no other questions unless anybody else has anything they want to say at all.
I just want to say that I love you all.
I love you all too. I'm gonna take responsibility. I dropped the ball on writing out our full answer. But I think our answer was very funny. I think that we should have gotten more of a chance than we did. Right.
Amen.
Amen.
All right, I'm gonna go into the voting booth and I'll bring you in one by one.
This is really not fun because everyone in our tribe, like I did talk to before this game started and I wanted to work with. And so I have to unfortunately vote for Mary. I hate to do it to them and have them be voted out first again, but I'm sorry.
I'm gonna vote for Tim. I'm gonna feel bad. I think it might be a tie with me and Tim. So I dropped the ball, but that's fine.
So I know my name is being written down tonight, which isn't a super big surprise to me. Hopefully it won't be me off first. Oh, that would be brutal. Anyway, I vote for Mary.
Okay, I'm voting for Tim. Yeah, just to be faithful to my alliance.
Oh man, this was a toughie.
I'm going to vote for.
All right, everybody.
Sorry, Ethan.
It's okay. The votes are in. I will read the votes. Before I do, if anybody has a hidden immunity idol and they would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Okay. I will read the votes. Once the votes are read, the decision is final and the person voted out will be asked to leave the Zoom call immediately. Here we go. First vote, Mary. Second vote, Tim. Third vote, Mary. Fourth vote, Tim. Fifth vote, Mary. The first person voted out of Survivor, Mary. Mary, I'm so sorry.
Love you. Love you. Bye.
Sorry.
Goodbye, Mary. I'll be Venmoing you momentarily. And we exhale. All right, Team Slags. Sorry it had to be you, first team to go to Tribal Council, but congratulations on surviving the first session. I'll be ending the Zoom call momentarily. Thank you very much for an incredible premiere episode. And stay tuned in the Discord for more scheduling.
See y'all next time.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.